Ladies and gentlemen, federal employees, welcome to today's episode. I talk about all day long how you, as federal employees, can reduce the taxes you owe in retirement. And people do all kinds of things in the effort to do so. For example, move to a low or no tax state in retirement. People do Roth conversions. There's tons of strategies that people utilize to keep their taxes down. Now, wouldn't it be simpler if there was simply fewer income sources in retirement that had taxes? For example, September of last year, September of 2022-ish, right in that zone, a piece of legislation was talked about where Social Security would no longer have federal income taxes. Now, the odds of that actually passing are probably pretty slim, but in efforts to keep you guys updated in all the things that might affect your benefits, I certainly wanted to at least touch on it, give you my thoughts and where I think this might be going. Okay, so again, let me give you some background. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dallin Hawes. I'm a financial planner serving federal employees just like you to help you get the most out of your retirement, your benefits, so you could retire comfortable and confident in the way that you want. So let's dive in. Again, this piece of legislation has the nickname of "You Earned It, You Keep It," which is fitting because as a federal employee, your entire career, at least as we're talking to FERS federal employees, the CSRS folks are different, but I hope you are FERS federal employees, and most of you certainly will be. For you folks, you have paid into Social Security your entire career. If you look at your pay stub, you'll see a line item of money coming out of every single one of your checks so that one day in your 60s, you can start and receive a benefit in retirement. Now, it may be news to you that benefit in retirement for most of you is going to be taxable income. And the percentage of it that is going to be taxable income will determine what other income sources you have and how big your Social Security is. But long story short, the vast majority of federal employees I have seen that I have worked with, because they have a strong pension, because they have TSP, because they also have Social Security, a good portion of your Social Security is going to be counted as taxable income. That is just simply how the rules are right now. But this new legislation could change that if it went anywhere. But based on the fact that we haven't heard much about it over the last 4, 5, 6 months, I think the odds of that are very, very slim. Okay, so here are the aspects of the bill if it did actually get through and passed. Okay, here is the basics. Basically, what it proposes is, hey, look, we know it is hard to retire on a fixed income. We want to make sure that as people paid into the Social Security system, we don't want to have to tax them again when it comes out. And so what the plan would be in this legislation is to say, hey, Social Security benefits are no longer taxable on the federal income tax level. However, they would make up that income by increasing the Social Security wage base, basically how much income is taxed for Social Security. So the higher earners would be paying more into the system depending on where their salary is at. And in theory, that would make up for any lack of revenue that taxing Social Security might bring in. Now, here is my blunt thoughts. Taxing Social Security brings in about $30-ish billion into the IRS's hand, right? Where it is a big, big line item that they'd have to replicate it. And could they with various means? Certainly. However, in the manner that they are proposing it, I doubt this sort of thing would pass. Now, we could cross our fingers, and if it does, great. As people like you are retiring, that would only improve your retirement numbers, because then your Social Security would not be taxable on at least the federal income tax level. Okay, so that is the basics of the bill. Again, I'm not going to go into depths into this because I think the odds of it actually coming to fruition are low. However, it's really up to you as things actually do change, which there's changes all the time. And if you haven't seen my video on the Secure Act 2.0 that passed December of last year, I published that I think about a month ago-ish, then I would definitely check that out, because that talks about tons of changes that have affected you as federal employees that is actually written into the law, and many of these are going to be implemented over the next couple of years, starting this year. So definitely go check that video. But like I promised here, my goal is to keep you guys updated on everything that's happening with your benefits and showing you how to get the most out of them. But for now, and probably for the foreseeable future, your income in retirement, including your Social Security, including most of your federal pension, including your TSP if you have traditional TSP, is all taxable income, and you want to be prepared accordingly. I've got lots of videos about reducing taxes in retirement. If you go back to my website, hawesfederaladvisors.com, up at the top you can search by topic, and if you go to taxes, you'll find all my pieces of content on how you as a federal employee can reduce the taxes you pay, even if this legislation does not go through, which it probably won't, right, in retirement. So I hope that's helpful. Good luck. I hope you guys have an incredible rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time.